Hey, what is up guys? Guitar Rock here, welcome back to another Blue Archive video. As you guys can see right here, Happy New Year Sensei, New Year Developers Letter. We have a new dev letter, and also at the same time, they'll be giving out 10 pool ticket. This is going to happen on the 30th of January when we get the 100 free pools. So basically, essentially, we are getting like 110 free pools with this edition right here, right? And of course, if you guys use the coupon code, there's like 120 free pools. Very, very generous, and of course, a bunch of these things as well. So let's talk about the developers notes as a whole, because I think a lot of players did ping me on Discord earlier today and told me, yo, you gotta check this out because they are shortening the length of the JP server gap, which is kind of interesting if you think about it. It's been a while since Blue Archive has been released. It's about 3.5 years, so now finally they are doing this. So I'm going to give my thought process and of course, you know, my personal opinion at the end of it. But yeah, let's have a look at it, right? So let's have a look. We got it open right here. So this is going to be on the Nexon forum. Let's have a read through and see what this is going to be all about. It is an auspicious day to greet and welcome you 2025 Sensei. The year 2024 was truly a breathtaking year for Blue Archive. The 2.5 year anniversary festival, as well as Sound Archive for 3rd anniversary, has had some truly inspiring performances and events. The long-awaited release of the Korean voiceover was an incredibly important and exciting time as well. Definitely for the Korean viewers or any of you guys who are using the Korean voice, right? We can't forget the valuable experiences. We had meeting sensei offline events all over the world, like ACG in Taiwan and Anime Expo 24 in Los Angeles. Alright, the various international initiatives we took, special videos in Thailand, will forever be in our memories. I wonder what that is, special videos on Thailand. Of course, there were many moments where we could have done better. We also know that many sensei worried about the generational changes that were made to the development teams. Through trial and error, we have learned important lessons this year and fully intend to show all our sensei an even better Blue Archive this year. So let's have a look at this. This is going to be the highlights of this particular developer's notes. One of our biggest goals is to reduce the gaps between scheduled server rotations. There is currently a 6-month gap between servers, but many sensei have expressed that this is too long. Alright, this feels too long. Now, for those of you who are not aware how this works, Blue Archive right now has 2 separate versions. Alright, we got the global version, we got the JP version. Alright, global includes everywhere else. Alright, we include the NA server, the EU server, the Asia server, maybe Australia in there as well, right? Every single country in there, including KR, alright, the Korean regions one, is under global server. Whereas JP server is specifically JP. Now, both are separate publishers, alright? JP server is managed by Yostar, global server is managed by Nexon. So, different management still, a little bit, right? But in terms of the contents, they are all the same, alright? Pretty much we can see ahead in JP server. JP is ahead by global for 6 months. So a lot of us, if you have been playing the game for the longest time ever, right now we have the fast banner going on, and in JP server they have their fast banner going on with Rio and school uniform Neru. 6% for these two, right? Of course, they also have Hanako swimsuit rerun. Very, very cool. You can see Seiya and Asuna school uniform is going to be their 100 free pools. Ours is coming later. It's a little bit different right there, but you can sort of see, right? You can see the banner schedule ahead by 6 months, and therefore a lot of players can basically try to plan things accordingly, which is a good thing, right? If you think about it, we can basically look way far ahead, right? However, this is going to change right here. Therefore, we are adjusting our schedule to reduce the gap from 6 months to 3 months instead. However, we don't want sensei to feel the burden in the total assault, or pickup periods are suddenly shortened. So we'll gradually ease into reducing the update gap. Okay, very interesting. Now, first things first, this is going to be a little bit odd, right? I think some players might be okay with this, some players might prefer 6 months, some people might be, you know, they want it to be caught up as soon as possible. So definitely this is something that they will do eventually. It's either now or later on, right? It's just something that's going to happen. I know there are plenty of things that they're trying to manage at the same time, so of course, once those things are settled, they will try to lessen the gap. So 3 months, in my opinion, definitely feels realistic. Now, I'm not sure what's going to be the long-term effect yet, because the global players are so used to the 6 months ahead kind of things, right? But it is going to change a little bit of perspective for some characters to know if they are going to be used later on or not. I don't think the regular players for Blue Archive, this is going to affect them as much because most players already know by now. You want to save for the fast banners, right? That's going to be the 6% banner, the one that occur every half a year, right? It doesn't matter, you know when it's going to be, but usually these are going to be the meta students, right? You always save for the fast banner, alright, every 6 months. You always want to have enough for that particular one. However, knowing what's after and what's before can also be something that players can plan because some players want to go all in. They try to spend more than 200 pulls, which is something that you see quite often. And I think it's a good idea as well because it's 6%, right? And that's going to give you the leeway to basically obtain the other students as well along the way. Like I mentioned, some students definitely you don't really know their usage until later on. So that's going to be something that global players need to be very, very careful with. And one that I can think of is Swimsuit Saori right here, right? So when Swimsuit Saori first came out, alright, and her banner is going to come, I believe, tomorrow. She don't really have much usage during her first appearance, but I think 3 months later on, they introduce Chokma, which is going to be the boss that you can basically use 10 students. That's where you basically will benefit from her. So you can see how reducing this by 3 months can basically put players in the perspective of should you pull for these students, right? Especially the limited ones, because those are the ones that you cannot get and you can't even use the selector to get, right? Even if you buy the selector. Very, very particular to those situations, definitely, right? But for now, I do think that you either want to save for that or save for Kisaki. That's going to come very, very soon. And if you are trying to go for the other students, right? The non-meta students, you just want them for the collection, like the bunny girls, definitely, you know, you have to be extra careful as well. Now, it's hard to say if this is going to be a good thing or a bad thing. For me, I'm leaning towards it's still manageable, right? 3 months ahead, you can still look at what's happening in the JP server, but you gotta play it to feel the difference, right? Is it going to be so sudden and things are going to be way, way different later on? Okay, lastly, I'll talk about game updates. As of Thursday, January 23rd, the final part of Foreclosure Task Force Chapter 3 has been released. We have worked hard to create really wonderful visuals for the main story, so we hope you enjoy it. I've yet to read those, alright? In addition, we'll be implementing some updates to improve your overall quality of life, like in the defense minigame, bulk equipment farming, the sweep feature, as well as adding subtitles to the voice room. Very, very cool. I believe this one is already added, right? We'll continue to work hard on the main story, starting with release a new Decagrammaton episode. That's what's happening right now in JP, I believe. We can't tell you everything just yet, but we're planning on many new features and gameplay updates for 2025. Now, this is going to be the upcoming roadmap, as you can see, sort of like what is being planned right now. The free recruitment campaign coming soon. In February, there will be a rerun, and then on 18 we'll have the next new banner, right? This is going to be the Chipao Marina and Chipao Tomo as well. So those are going to be the 2 new students featured later on. Alright, please enjoy the Lunar New Year with a small gift I prepared to brighten up your holiday. Every single member of the dev team, including producer-director An Jong-seop, and the operations and business teams will continue working our hardest to prepare engaging updates and events. Okay, so with that, we will be getting all of this, so make sure you guys log in for the next 3 days. Alright, for now we're getting 5 million credits. Do we already got the 5 million credits sent to you? Yes, it's right there. Alright, so overall, I think this is a pretty huge news moving forward for Blue Archive players. 6 months to 3 months. Let me know what you guys think. I know some players are going to say they prefer it 6 months because you can plan ahead. Some players would prefer it to be nearer so you don't get spoilers as much. Let me know which side are you guys on in the comment section below. I'm curious to hear from you guys as well. With that being said, that's going to be it for this particular video. Subscribe if you guys haven't already. Give this video a like and stay tuned for more Blue Archive videos. Have a nice day. Goodbye.